Hey, welcome to the Jetty Jet Show. Wow, you guys have made it to the heads proportions video. What you guys see in front of you is basically two drawings that I did of the average adult male. One in the style of Andrew Loomis, and one that I did just kind of in my own random method, based off my own kind of understanding of the head, more simplified. So hopefully we can cover both today. If you've looked up tutorials on heads, you'll notice that there are tons of different ways to draw heads. And also keep in mind the proportions of the head is different for everybody, depending on your age, your sex, your ethnicity, and even just the way you're built. Just being you can make you different. So, oh, and one more thing. You don't want to draw your head every single time with these measurements. That'll just slow you down. So this video is primarily focused on just finding the placement of everything. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so whatever size you decide to draw the head in, just understand that the head is generally 3.5 parts high. So 1, 2, 3 high and a half. So to do that, you just gotta draw 1, 2, and this length here, exactly the same. Try to eyeball it. Doesn't have to be perfect, again. So that's 3 parts and a half of that same length. I'm going to resize it to match what I did before. Alright, so basically what we're doing here is we're trying to draw a box that is like consistently divided. And drawing kind of a random box will kind of have a bunch of uneven divisions. So, but when you go on to draw your faces, whenever you sketch, you do start off with a box and just, break it down however you want. But for the purpose of this lesson, we have to keep these kind of consistent in measurements. Alright, so the head is 3 parts divided across. So basically you take this length here and you try to create it sideways like this. Now from there you will have your next 2 boxes like that. Alright, now you can draw. Your box. So draw your horizontal line from here to here. Your vertical lines from this top point up here to here, and you can try to just eyeball it. Mine will be crooked because my brain doesn't want to make things straight. Here to here, like that. Dividing this box in half, again, try to eyeball it. And I know it's difficult, it's even difficult for me. Just try to look at the distance from here to here, keep them semi-close. This side's a little bit longer. That's fine. Now divide the box in half horizontally. Don't look at the center line because these lines might throw you off. Try to look at this line over here. So somewhere around there. That's good. Split that in half. Alright, now we can find the center of the eyes. See, without these measurements, we wouldn't know where the center of the eyes are. Like over here, where did they go? They go right here, like that. Alright, so from here we can find where the side of the jaw is. So that's this point here. Divide these in half. So that's the side of the jaw. Follow that line going up. Actually, let's continue the lines all the way up. Now we can find the corner of the eyes. So at this point to this point, half of it would be the side of your eyes. And from this, we can basically find the inside of the eye. Because we know the length of this, we just gotta double it, going this way, like that. Inside of the eye. From here, we can find the side of the nostril. So just drop that line down. Drop that line down, going this way. We have the nostrils. And remember how we divided the head into 3.5 parts going up? That's this line. And this line right here can be our eyebrows. Alright, so you guys will notice basically each eye is basically separated by the length of one eye, or pretty close to. So what we can do now is basically draw one eye length going left and one eye length going right, and that will basically be the length of your cranium, the skull. So the skull lines up with the 5th eye going outside. Alright, so we're almost there. Next, let's find the lips. So to find the lips, we divide this point from here to here about 1/3 down. So about right there. Alright, so lips are again different for everybody. So let's just draw the upper lip slightly above this line. Can be like almost half of that point. Just like that. Come down like this. And for the bottom lip, again, I don't want to get too complicated with more measurements. Let's just say it comes down a little bit, and that'll be the point for the bottom lip. And okay, and lastly, the hairline lines up with the half line. Remember the 1/2? 3 and 1/2? 3 and a half? 3 and a half? 3, 1, 2, and half. That's the line, the hairline. Alright, so we basically got the landmarks for everything. Let's draw in the details. Alright, so for the eyes, let's just draw something pretty general. Make some like almond shapes, drawing an arc going this way, arc going this way. And you'll notice eyes have kind of like these turns. They're not completely curving for some people. So like not a smooth curve. So I like to draw these sharper turns from this angle here and then coming down like this. Down like this. So up this way and slightly down like that. Bottom lid. Alright, let's draw the pupils. Here to here. The center line is off, but let's just erase it out now. We know where the center of the eyes are. There they are, like that. We can draw some eye folds. Alright, let's draw the eyebrows in from here to here. The center division cuts right down the middle, like that. Like that. Eyebrows. It's kind of an angry kind of dude. On this way. Even if he's not angry, you know, people's eyebrows tend to kind of turn in a certain way. Looks like it's downturned or upturned. Different for everyone. Let's draw his nose, starting off with the ball here like this. The nostrils. Let's draw this ridge here like this. Down right here. So this is the bridge. Line that indicates kind of his bridge. The ball of his nose. Alright, for the lips, the corner of his lips, some people like to put it right beside the nostrils. Some people like to put it way out here next to the eyeball. I pull them in just slightly right here like this. Like slightly in between the corner of the eye and the eye pupil. I'm going to draw the crease for the lip. This. And some lines to indicate the bottom of his lips like this. And let's give some eyelashes. Going this way. And notice how I'm filling them in with shading and not drawing each individual eyelash. Let's draw a line here to indicate kind of the ball of his chin. But we'll only draw the top part right there. Alright, let's draw the outline of his head. Where do we start? Let's start at the side of his jaw. Remember this line here? Alright, if you follow it up to the base of his nose, right here like this, we'll start the line right here, come down at an angle, and turn in towards his chin. Same with the other side. Here, come down, turn in to his chin. From this line, follow it all the way up to this point up here. This point here, remember, it's the line for the edge of the fifth eye, or the outer eye here, but going up one towards the eyebrow. That's going to be the point of the side of the skull. Alright, so from this point, come straight up and then turn. Turn in towards that box. And the same for the other side. So from this point up here. Alright, so for his ears, start on the inside of the skull like this. Come up, turn out, and come down like this at kind of an angle, kind of a curve. Curve it all the way down towards the bottom of his nose. Same with the other side. So on the inside, Alright, so again, this is the hairline here. And basically that's it for the face. I'm just gonna modify it a little bit, added some details, starting with the ear. Some lines for the bottom of his eyes, call them smiley lines. Don't worry, you guys try to modify it the best of your ability. This is so that we can understand the lineup of the face, the breakdown. Alright, there will be a kind of tutorial for these separate parts. I'm going to draw on the hairline, just like this. And a good example how people can be different is the hairline. You know, some people's hairline, maybe they might not have any hair, or maybe it's just really high or low. But for this guy, we'll put it right there. Now I'm noticing that this line here is actually a little bit shorter than this line. And that kind of makes you look a little dopey. So let's just move it a little higher up. And then give him a brain, basically. So I think that's a little more even. So that's the good thing to look out for. If the top part of his head is a little low, it'll seem like he doesn't have a brain. I think that's looking a little more equal there. This guy was bald. I'm gonna give this guy some hair. Notice how the hair goes beyond the box. Shade his eyes a little bit. I'm gonna work in some shadows. I'm gonna erase some lines here on the outside here like this to show where his ears are. Some sideburns. I'm drawing his neck real quick. And we basically have our dude. So let's go over some of the points. Halfway horizontally are the eyes. Halfway from that is the nose. And then a third down from the bottom of the nose is the lips. The hairline is that half divide line for the entire head. See, there's 3 parts. The eye is basically divided by 1 eye apart. And for the bottom lip, I'd say from this point to this point, it's about 1/4, and for the top lip, it's about 1/3. But again, some people have some thinner lips, some people have fuller lips. It's all up to you. So I wasn't able to cover the jet method. I had to cover a lot in this video, so we'll try to do that next time. But take care, and as always, pow!